Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here looking back at round 3 of the Vision Gran Turismo season, something. Hang on. Vision Gran Turismo. I don't know. We're looking back at the VGT series. Yeah, the S is the series. Is everything working? Oh, I'm on mute. There you go. So yeah, we're at round 3 for Dragon's Trail. Oh, I'm going to guess Seaside. It usually is Seaside. So, what is the VGT series? The VGT is a VRC1 make series using different Vision Gran Turismo cars every season. Each season will be a one-make series. Drivers will compete in 2 races per round to score points awarded for finishing positions across 5 weeks. This first season we are using the VW Golf GTSport VGT. And what else? The race, the round format is a 10-minute qualifying, which they've already done. And then we'll have a race 1, classed as the sprint race, which will be 30 miles. And then we'll go on to a race 2, which is a feature race, and that'll be a 75 miles. And the grid is set from the results of a race 1. Now, there's some rules on tyres. In qualifying, they can use the super soft or the soft racing tyre, but the tyres used in quali must be used in race 1. So race 1, the sprint race, they can use either the super softs or the softs, whatever they qualified on, and whichever used in the sprint race is not to be used in the feature race. So if they qualify on super softs, they have to race the sprint race on super softs, and then super softs is no longer an option for the feature race. Race 2, the feature race, is obviously they can use super softs, softs or mediums. The mediums is a mandatory compound and must be used at some point in the race. Okay, so whatever they don't use in the sprint, say for instance they don't use the softs, that's what they'll use in the feature race along with the medium tyres. I don't think there's anything else. Just move on to the table. We've already had 2 glorious rounds, very fun. So I've got the table in my pictures because we're a little bit behind. Trying to catch up because the last round's on Thursday and I'm 2 rounds behind. So the table as it stands after 2 rounds. Oh, come on. Don't play up. Is Racer Brown leading the way on 57 points. In second place is Skyjacker on 51 points. Joint with him in third. Guesty is on 51 points. Bunny is 4th with 50 points. Diagore is 5th with 50 points. Homesick Alien 6th with 47 points. iBunting is 7th on 38 points. Talleyrand 8th on 29 points. Catula is 9th on 25 points. I.R. Graham 10th on 24 points. Alphanut is 11th on 21 points. Rivixter 12th on 20 points. Rido is 13th on 15 points. And Mika G is 14th on 10 points. Super. So that's everything. Let's have a look at the grid after quali, and we will see. Right then. Heading up towards pole position, and it is Racer Brown sitting on pole. In second we have a Guesty. Third, Diagore. In fourth, iBunting. In fifth, Homesick Alien. In sixth, Rivixter. In 7th, we have Skyjacker. In 8th, we have Alphanut. In 9th, we have Joker. Ooh, in a nice Gulf livery. And in 10th, we have Rido. So that is how they lined up after 10 minutes of qualifying. We will see during the race what tyres they chose. Let's get on. Excuse me. And there goes my controller being an absolute So we're looking at Racer Brown sat on pole for this 12 lap race. Racer Brown on those soft tyres. Guesty went for the softs also. It's not a great shot. And there they go. Racer Brown pulling away ahead of Guesty. Diagore staying in third, Bunting in fourth, Homesick Alien fifth, and Rivixter in sixth place. Oh no, Skyjacker making a move. Skyjacker's moved up into sixth, ahead of Rivixter with Alphanut in eighth, Joker's in ninth, Arido there in 10th place. They're all quietly bunched up there, and it looks like Guesty and Racer Brown running away with it at the moment. Racer Brown under threat from Guesty. Racer Brown on the soft tyres, as is a Guesty. Diagore also on the racing soft tyres, and he's being pressured by Bunting. Wow, Rivixter under braking totally. Oh, I've lost him. Oh, and it looks like he took Diagore with him. We'll have a quick replay there. But yeah, it looks like Rivixter being totally caught out by the braking, trying to get out of everyone's way, loses the car, and oh, poor Diagore, a casualty of war. In the chat, we have Skyjacker saying, "Evening, sir." Hi, Bubbed, trying to catch up. There's Racer Brown then. He's still trying to defend from Guesty, but it looks like Guesty's made the move up the insides. But no, Racer Brown still in the lead from Guesty. Bunting. Oh, it's Gardens, sorry. I said it was Seaside. It's always Seaside, but there. Bunting's up to third. Homesick up to fourth. After all that with Rivixter. Joker's making great leaps up into fifth. Rido in sixth. Skyjacker down seventh. He paid the price. There's Rivixter in eighth. Alphanut's had some trouble. And Diagore, oh my. He's really got to do some catching up in this sprint race. And Racer Brown pulling away from Guesty now. Guesty under pressure from Bunting as we're heading up. Oh God, where's the in-car? No in-car. Oh yeah, this car hasn't got an in-car. So there we see Bunting heading up behind Guesty. Racer Brown in first still. And Homesick Alien not too far behind Bunting, so we've got a lovely bunched up battle here. Guesty looked like he just kicked up a bit of dirt. And Racer Brown, he's rabbiting. Bunting, there's Homesick. Jokus not too far off the mix. Rido up into sixth. He's got Skyjacker hassling in though. In the Sharpie Golf. Rivixter not too far behind those two. Alphanuts tagging along. And Diagore a little bit behind after he's coming together with Rivixter. And Racer Brown is flying out there. Oh no, we've had Bunting. Bunting's had an issue over the hill. And we see Bunting then just caught him just going off. Oh, he just got a little bit wobbly over the curbs, and that sent him straight into the barrier. Poor Bunting. He's got to wait to clear road to get back on, and off he goes again, down in ninth. Might give Diagore, although Diagore does look like he's a little too far away from it. At the moment, he's catching up. Bunting, so gives Diagore just something to do down there. Racer Brown continuing to lead on lap 2 of 12. Guesty in second place now. Homesick Alien is up into a podium position. Homesick Alien, he's not far away on the points we saw in the table. So this will be great stuff for Homesick Aliens championship attempts. There's Joker's in fourth, just ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker following very closely to Joker's. Trying to find a way past. He's trying to get on the inside now as they head into this corner. Oh, it's a very tight gap, but he makes the car fit. And he's got a bit of a tighter line through the chicane, but he maintains that fourth ahead of Joker's. But Joker's now in the tow, coming down towards the big hairpin. Skyjacker staying on the inside. He's defending, but he's late on the brakes. Joker's trying to squeeze it in there over the curbs, and does he make it stick? He does. Some cracking racing here from Joker's and Skyjacker, battling it out there for fourth and fifth. Rivixter catching the guys up. They're in sixth, and behind them they've got Rido and Alphanut battling it out. Alphanut now moving up into seventh ahead of Rido. Rivixter there, Joker Skyjacker's back ahead, but he's gone wide there. through the big turns, and Joker's now moving back up into fourth. Cracking battle in there. Homesick Alien seems to have lost the back of Guesty a little bit, and Racer Brown has spaced out the top three. This is where the battle is with Jokers and Skyjacker. Skyjacker coming back up the inside of Jokers, and he makes it stick. So wow, brilliant racing here from Skyjacker. And Jokers out of Rivixter's lost the back end, so Alphanut moving up into 6th place now as that battle continues ahead of him with Skyjacker and Jokers fighting for 4th and 5th place around here at Gardens Trail for round 3 of the VGTS. Also in the chat is a Binko saying evening thingy, a good lunch timing. Great, good stuff. You got something to look at while you eat your sarnies. Racer Brown continues to lead, lap 4 of 12. He's on the softs. I haven't been keeping an eye on the tyres, have I? I think mostly of them are on softs. Homesick Alien in 3rd. There's Skyjacker. He's on the racing softs, ahead of Jokas, who's also on the racing softs. Oh, did Skyjacker make a small mistake there? No, it looks all right. No, I thought Skyjacker was going slow out of the corner, but he seems to be doing fine. He's pulled away from Jokas a little bit, and now Jokas has got to worry about Alphanut that's coming at him at great velocity. Hang on, I'm trying to sort my headset out. It's all over the place. There you go. So Alphanut in 6th with iBunting in 7th. He's coming back. Redo's getting overtaken by Diagor, and there is Rivixter we saw having an off a little bit ago. So now Redo down into 9th. Diagor making his way through. Every point counts in this short championship. Only 5 rounds. So Racer Brown then leading the way. And Racer Brown, how's he done so far this season in the first 2 races? He got, I think, 9th and 2nd in the first round, and he got a double win last round out at Nürburgring, and it looks like he's trying to do the same again. We're on lap 5 of 12. Guesty chasing him down in 2nd place. Homesick Alien holding on to that 3rd. He's got no worries behind him. Big gap from Skyjacker, but now Skyjacker, his old foe, not too far behind Alphanut. These two have raced each other many, many times throughout the streams. Bunny in the chat saying good evening all. So Alphanut a 32.4 last time around for Alphanut. Skyjacker a 31.1. So he's into a rhythm, is Skyjacker. It could be down to tyres. Joker's there. I didn't see when Joker's went behind Alphanut. I apologise. But Joker's in 6th ahead of iBunting. iBunting coming back at the crowd. He was in 3rd, remember? And then he had a little wobble over the curbs. I think it was them curbs, wasn't it? Careful. Careful, iBunting. Diagor in 8th place with Redo in 9th, and Rivixter there clinging on in 10th place. He's got the pace. He's just had that one little small mistake, put him right out there. So Racer Brown comes across the line in 1st place to start lap 6. A 1:30.4. He's got the fastest lap with a 29.888. His tyres look quite healthy to say we're at the halfway point. Guesty's used his tyres a little bit more, but he's not letting Racer Brown get away. If Racer Brown makes one small mistake over those curbs, Guesty is there to accept that lead. Homesick Alien a little further back from those guys. His tyres are looking okay. Skyjacker a solid 4th. He's maintaining ahead of Alphanut at the moment as Alphanut comes through the chicane. Alphanut's got Jokers and iBunting looking racy there in 7th. He's bringing Diagor along with him as well, and Jokers just trying to cling on to that position in 6th spot as he heavily brakes. He's not too far behind Alphanut though. He's keeping up with Alpha. 32.3 last time round for Alphanut, while Skyjacker managing mid-31s. So Skyjacker seems that he's in his rhythm now. He's got his mojo back, and he's on his way in the car 99 Sharpie Golf. So Racer Brown a lead in. He looks about the same distance from iBunting, no difference there much, as they go down the start straight to complete another lap. Homesick Alien in 3rd. Skyjacker there in 4th. We've got Alpha. This is it. Oh, Jokers just goes straight on in the corner. He's in the toe of iBunting. iBunting somewhere along the line has got past him, and yeah, I think just in the toe, got caught out with his braking, it looks like. Avoided iBunting and ended up in the barrier. He's got back onto the track and he's running. He's got a bit of damage on the front there. Rivigster, a little bit too far behind. He's got himself ahead of Rido though. Rido still trying to get used to the Gulf. And there, Racer Brown, flying high. Heading home to take his third win in this championship. Guesty is the fly in his ointment, if he can be. Homesick Alien making up at the final podium position. We've still got a few laps to go though. Nothing's set in sand. I mean, nothing's set in stone. So, Skyjacker in fourth. Alphanut still ahead of him. He's hanging it out there. And iBunting now still just ahead of Deargore. Deargore's caught iBunting up. So we've got a battle down here for 6th and 7th. And Alphanut's not too far ahead of these guys. He could get sucked into this battle also. Jokers is ahead of Rivigster. Rivigster a little bit too far behind to have an attack at Jokers just yet. And Rido is keeping up with Rivigster. Racer Brown crossing the line again to complete lap 7. And head into lap 8. 4 more laps to go. His tyre wear is looking absolutely cracking. He can look after a set of tyres. Can Racer Brown out there in the front. Guesty's also not looking too bad in 2nd place. Homesick Alien, he's leaning on his a little bit more, but they're holding on. Skyjacker, he's just a little bit more than the Aliens maybe. But he's cracking on. He's got good fair space from behind. There is Alphanut. He's not used his tyres up as much. iBunting still just ahead of Deargore. Deargore going great balls against iBunting on a comeback drive after being taken out on the first lap. Now he's grabbing a toe in his Golf. Sat in 7th behind iBunting. He's having a look up the inside. He's late on the brakes. Can he get it? Oh yeah, he's done it. Lovely stuff. So there's Deargore making the move on iBunting to move up into 6th place. And Deargore now wanting to head hunt Alphanut. Alphanut there, 31.8 last time around from the Hornet Golf. Deargore 32.0, but it does look like Deargore's got some oomph going on there. He's got some speed on, and he's up for it. So a quick look through. Racer Brown still leading. Looks about the same distance between him and Guesty. He can't shake the green Golf with the black scribbles. 32.3 last time around for Guesty. Racer Brown a 31.7. So Guesty's tyres might be starting to go. He's losing a bit of pace. Homesick Alien a 33.2. Skyjacker a 32.4. So Homesick Alien is losing some pace there. We've got 3 more laps to go. He's got a good distance from Skyjacker, but if Skyjacker's going nearly a second a lap faster, then Homesick Alien might be in trouble come the last lap. Alphanut there in 5th place. He's got Deargore hunting him down now, but iBunting trying to come back at Deargore. Deargore very defensive into that tight corner. You saw him driving down the inside of the track, off the racing line, to try and defend his spot from iBunting. And this is helping Alphanut out no ends, as it looks like he is also having some grip issues out there. But these two ever getting closer to the nut. And now Deargore right on the back of Alpha as we go through the section of 4 corners. Is it 3 corners? 4 corners, I believe. 3. One big corner that's got 3 corners all making it. So Deargore's going for the move on Alphanut around the outside as they head into the last corner. Alpha staying defensive and maintaining that spot, but iBunting, he's trying to do a sneaky one up the inside of Deargore, but there is no way you're going to get there. says Diego. And Alphanut continues in 5th place, ahead of Diego and iBunting. Joker still in 8th place, ahead of Rivixter. Rivixter can see him as they're going in to their 10th lap. Arido is in 10th spot there. Excuse me. And Racer Brown leading the way, as he has done for this whole race, looking to pick up his 3rd win. And Guesty having a cracking shot at the moment. Guesty, he got 5th in the first round and 4th, and in the second round he got 4th and 5th, so this will be his best finish in the VGT if he can maintain that 2nd spot. Homesick Alien, he's picked up the pace again. He's a 32.6 last time around. Oh, there's some moving around here. Oh my lord, Alpha's he's got an issue going on there. It looks like a lot of damage on the car. We'll back it up a little bit. And we see Alphanut in 5th place. Diego and iBunting trying to go up the inside of him. Diego makes it through. And oh, I think there's a little bit there. Oh, and there's just, oh, there you go. I don't know. I didn't see anything come up in the stewards about that. I don't think it was put forward. But, nah, I don't know. Yeah. There was enough room on track, but maybe Diego could have given a bit more space. Who knows? But that goes Alphanut down into 8th, putting Diego up into 7th. Oh, Diego looks like he's waiting. He's going slow. He's got damage on his car. There goes Rivixter. Oh, how painful for Diego. Looks like he's waiting for Alphanut to come round. So he must feel his involvement did hinder Alphanut. Meanwhile, Racer Brown leading the way from Guesty. Homesick Alien there in 3rd. Skyjacker 4th. iBunting going up to 5th place after the incident with Diego and Alphanut. Joker's now moving up into 6th. Rivixter up into 7th. Diego there in 8th. I don't know if Alpha's lifted, because Diego looks like he's just continued on now. He was waiting for Alpha, but maybe Alpha declined to take the position, feeling that it was a rash move. I'm not sure. I'm not saying who's to blame, because that's not my job. That's why it's easy. You've all got eyes, you saw it, you make your minds up. So Racer Brown there leading on lap 11, so it's just this lap and the next lap, and it's over for these guys. They can take a breather, because those tyres are starting to really look quite horrendous. A 33.1 last time around for Homesick Alien. Skyjacker a 34.0, so Skyjacker is losing a lot of grip. iBunting 34.3 also, but I think that was the lap where they had Alphanut and Diego came across each other. 6 is Joker's. They all seem to be in the 34s. I think they're all struggling with the tyres at the end of this race. 7th for Rivixter. Diego there in 8th, with Alpha in 9th spot and Arido in 10th. And now Racer Brown starting his final lap. He did a 31.9. Everyone else is doing 34s. Guess he's doing a 33.1, so you can tell he's lost his tyres a little bit. Homesick Alien 33.6. He'll be tiptoeing around now, wanting to keep that podium. He's lost sight of Guesty and Racer Brown. Skyjacker is some way behind. Skyjacker a 34.4. He really has lost those tyres, and he's got iBunting chasing him down. iBunting did a 33.1 last time around. It is the last lap. Can iBunting catch him up? It's quite a way back. And Racer Brown now coming around the long right-hander, or the 4 right-handers that make up 1 right-hander. Heading up the straight to the last 2 left corners, and then on to a victory lane, it seems. Everything seems cool for everyone at the moment. Here comes a Racer Brown to take his 3rd win in a row for the VGTS. Congratulations, Racer Brown. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant win from pole to flag. There is Guesty, followed him all the way. Brilliant stuff. Didn't put a foot wrong. Guesty in 2nd. Here comes Homesick Alien. to take the final podium step. Take a boo, my son. Skyjacker bringing her home fourth. So iBunting didn't quite catch him up there, but he got closer. Fourth for Skyjacker. iBunting in fifth. Joker's bringing her home in sixth place. Also his tyres screaming at the end. Sixth place there. Rivixter in seventh just. Diegor's coming. It looked like Rivixter trying to break the toe. Diegor finishing in seventh, eighth. Alphanut in ninth, and Rido's got no tie. Oh, Rido went with the super softs. Oh, that would be a struggle. You could see the guys on the softs struggled for 12 laps, and the super softs barely made it. There you go. So that's how they crossed the line. Let me get on with showing you the feature race, which we get pit stops with. Hang on. And everything. So they'll be starting in the order that they finished. And I don't know if I can remember that order. Racer Brown won. Guesty came second. Homesick Alien came third. Skyjacker came fourth. iBunting came fifth, didn't he? So there you go, that's how they line up for this next race. Jokers. Six. I'll get rid of those big numbers. Let's have a look at Racer Brown on pole again. Better shot than that, not much better, but we'll take it. Racer Brown starting on the medium tyres for 28 laps around here. And they are off. Here they go. Racer Brown just keeping that lead ahead of Guesty. Looks like Homesick Alien under threat from Skyjacker. Skyjacker trying to stick it up there into third place. It looks like he's managed it on the Alien. The Alien on the outside of the corner. It's going to be a struggle to keep it, but he's got it. He got it. Whoa, through the chicane. It's a tough one, but it looks like Skyjacker just grabs third from Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien coming back at Skyjacker. iBunting there in fifth with Diegor just behind him in sixth. Joker's in seventh. Alphanut in 8th, Rivixter in 9th, Rido in 10th, up in the lead. Then Racer Brown just staying ahead of Guesty as they go through the tight corner. There is Skyjacker, Homesick Alien trying to have a look behind them. It looked like 3 cars wide, and we've got Alphanut ahead of Diegor, Rido, Jokers, Rivixter. Oh my lord, it's a right hustle and bustle down here behind Diegor. And there's a Rido, he's on the medium tyres, ahead of Jokers, also on the medium tyres, and Rivixter has gone super soft, and all these medium clad tyres, they're going to be in his way. Racer Brown on those medium tyres, ahead of Guesty, also on the medium tyres. These two are battling it out here at the Dragon's Trail. Skyjacker then just getting that third place ahead of Homesick Alien. Alphanut up into 5th behind the Alien with iBunting in 6th. Diegor 7th. He's settled down a bit now. Joker's in 8th. Rivixter 9th. And Rido down to 10th. He's on those medium tyres. Rivixter's on the super softs. He's gone early for his little sprint shot. Mediums for the rest of the field, I believe. And I see the thinking. We're starting on the mediums with the heavier tank, so when you do come to use the super softs, you can just short fill the tank, so the car not as heavy and not wearing the tyres out as much. Guesty and Racer Brown off in their own dimension. Here comes Homesick Alien back at Skyjacker. The Pepsi and Max Golf versus the Sharpie Golf. It looks like the Alien's got a better line. It looks like Alphanut's trying to get in on the action with these guys. Homesick Alien still in 3rd. Skyjacker though on the outside with Alpha on the inside, but Alpha slips in behind Skyjacker and stays ahead of iBunting, with Diegor not too far behind them guys. Also some cracking racing happening down here. And there goes Skyjacker and Homesick Alien. If we get on board with Alphanut, we can get a great seat for this racing. Alien going for the inside line. Alien bounced over the curbs, but he maintained it, and they're still side by side all the way around. Oh, you know, sod it. We're going to watch that. That was awesome. Sorry, guys. But Homesick and Skyjacker just went side by side all the way round those corners. There you go. Whoa, there was a little bounce there. As you can see, side by side all the way around, that was immense racing from the pair of them, making it through as well. Drag racing all the way up to the left hand corner. Oh, it looks like someone lost their braking in the background there. Gone really wide. Who was that? Bunting, I think. We'll have a look. And at that time we got Alphanut made the move on Homesick Alien up the inside. I was so busy looking at who was off the road in the background. I missed Alpha making his move, and now Diego. Is that Diego? Diego up there. Wow, this is crazy racing there for 5th and 6th. Rivixter there as well. Rivixter's trying to get in there on those super soft tyres. He's got the grip. Has he got the room? Not quite. He's had to tuck in behind Diego, and then Rivixter. Wow, some good racing on those super softs. Bunting then we saw going off. Joker's in 9th, and Rido down there. Guesty's taken the lead. Guesty's only gone and bloody taken the lead. Let's have a good look. So he's just behind Racer Brown. Racer Brown breaking into the corners on those medium tyres, but both of them are on him. He's made the chicane a little bit messy. He's come out of the chicane not as fast. Oh, could Racer Brown be fuel saving? He did shift early then. Guesty also looking like he's shifting early, and it's Guesty going up the inside of Racer Brown, and that's Guesty taking the lead of this race on lap 3 of 28. So Guesty leading the way from Racer Brown. Skyjacker in 3rd. Homesick Alien back up to 4th ahead of Alphanut. Alphanut trying to defend from Diego. Bunting in 7th, just ahead of Rivixter, who's on those super soft tyres. He's got the fastest lap so far in this race. Joker's in 9th, and Rido is in 10th spot. So our new leader, Guesty, taking up some pressure from Racer Brown as they come into the final corner. Racer Brown right on the tail of Guesty at the moment. Guesty kicking up a bit of mud as we're heading down the final start straight. We should do a lap really of Gardens, shouldn't we? See how it's going. Skyjacker, although Diego and Alphanut are in a battle at the moment. I apologise. Let's go back and have a look. Diego and Alphanut, we saw them swapping places. Don't want to do this too much. So Diego trying to get up the inside of Alpha. Alpha came across to defend. I don't think he realised Diego was already there. And Diego, it's a drag race. It's going to be a break into the fast corner. Oh, looked like Diego had a little bounce on the curb. I don't know if there was contact, but Alpha did slide to the back, and there goes Rivixter. Rivixter is just like a pit bull. He's in there. Look at him. He's up into a 6th spot now, and Alpha just dropping down from 7th to 5th. Bunting then in 8th place. Joker's 9th. Rido in 10th. And Diego just moving up into 5th ahead of Alphanut. Rivixter on those super soft tyres, trying to get track position before he has to come in and change to his medium tyres. Guesty meanwhile still leading from Racer Brown, and Skyjacker in 3rd spot. Oh, Rivixter's lost the back end, has he? No. Rivixter, if he did, he caught it, but he lost the position to Alphanut and Bunting. Bunting slipping up the inside as well. I think Rivixter did lose the back end, but he didn't lose the car, so he continues on. He's just ahead of Jokers in 9th. And there is Guesty leading the way. Oh no, Guesty's gone out wide, and Racer Brown, he's looking up his inside. He's in the toe. It's the 32.3 from Racer Brown that last time around. Guesty's back end starting to look a bit wobbly. Guesty got the fastest lap on lap 3, 31.584. And Guesty is on it. Racer Brown all over the back though, not giving Guesty a second's break. As out wide is Racer Brown, and he bounces over an invisible cone. And Skyjacker in 3rd place, but Homesick Alien is closing in on Skyjacker. You can see in the toe, he's having a look up the inside. He's heavy on those brakes. And he looks like he's going to grab that third spot from Skyjacker. So Skyjacker didn't look like he defended it too much. So maybe Skyjacker's looking for someone to grab a toe from. Do some fuel conserving, sitting behind someone for a bit. Diego in 5th with Alphanut back up into 6th ahead of Rivixter after we saw Rivixter slide. iBunting still there in 8th place, trying to get past Rivixter, but Rivixter is on those super soft tyres, so it must be near on impossible to get a move on him in the corners. Meanwhile, Guesty heading on around. It's lap 5 of 28. He's used up just over a quarter of a tank of fuel so far, has Guesty. Racer Brown similar as well, so it's looking even Stevens between these two Golf drivers. Homesick Alien similar as well. So Skyjacker in 4th, but he's got Diego. Diego is on an absolute push at the moment. We saw him getting past Alphanut, and now he's caught up the back end of Skyjacker. He's really there. Skyjacker will have to defend from the Portuguese driver. Alphanut in 5th, just ahead of Rivixter, and iBunting in 8th with Joker's 9th and Arrido in 10th spot. In his fast lane in Golf, it looks cracking stuff, that does. So Racer Brown will get back on board. Let's hopefully there's no more action and we can get a lap of Gardens Trail. We haven't even done an in-car view yet of the a lap around here. So Guesty in 1st place, you can see just out of your window as we sit on board with Racer Brown behind Homesick Alien, but he's quite a way behind now, just ahead of Skyjacker in 4th, Diego in 5th, Alphanut in 6th, and Rivixter's just got ahead of Alphanut. So as we're sat on board, we're going down the start straight here at Dragon's Trail Gardens into that first long sweeping left-hander. Car just wants to get away from you, heading down, heavy brakes, 4th gear to the chicane. Try and ride that curb as you come out of it, missing the sausage, and then back onto a short straight, heading down to a left-hand hairpin. Racer Brown getting purples as he's going around. Heavy on the brakes, down to 2nd gear, fighting the car around the tight corner. Back onto the accelerator for a little bit of a left-right fun. Ooh, the car looks like it wasn't happy with that corner. And they slowly get tighter as you go around them. And then we're down to the ever-turning right-hander. Round and round we go. So we get to this point and we can just floor it and head on up towards the final 2 corners, the 2 left-handers. That puts us back on the start straight. Guesty still leading from Racer Brown. Homesick Alien in 3rd. Oh, has Guesty made a mistake? Looks like Guesty's made a mistake, and Racer Brown edging on through. They're side by side. No, Guesty still got it, only just by the skin of his teeth. And Racer Brown is right on the bumper of Guesty now. He just lifts off as they go into the first corner. Homesick Alien in 3rd, ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker just ahead of Diego. Then you've got Rivixter ahead of Alphanut. His tyres must be starting to hurt now as we're on a lap 8. Alphanut in 7th, iBunting there, very close to those guys. In 8th, Joker's 9th, and Arrido in 10th spot on those medium tyres. So no one's pitted yet. We would imagine Rivixter will be the first one to come in whilst these guys try and make that fuel last as long as possible and cut down the amount of pit stops that they're going to have to do. In the chat, Skyjacker says thank you thingy, catch the rest of this tomorrow. No worries, maters. won't have time. I've got to do round 4 tomorrow before round 5 starts. So Guesty is still leading from Racer Brown, but Racer Brown's really putting a fight in. He would like the double win, 2 double wins in a row. Oh, Racer Brown's just turned up in the chat. Hello all. So Racer Brown fighting for the win from Guesty. Guesty's got the fastest lap so far on lap 6 with a 31.267. Racer Brown, that seems a sloppy lap for him last time, a 33.0. Homesick Alien managing a 32.6, but he's dropped away from them front 2. And now he's going to be thinking more about Skyjacker. 32.2 also from Skyjacker. Diagore 32.3. So these are all on very close times to each other. Alphanot then has got back ahead of Rivixter in his Hornet Golf, but Rivixter coming again on those super soft tyres. And iBunting, let's get on board with iBunting so we can watch this battle ahead of us. Alphanot getting the inside line on that BP Golf and retaking the 6th spot from Rivixter. iBunting getting very close. Oh, there goes iBunting making a move on Rivixter, not quite getting up there enough. He's just there on his rear quarter, but he can't get up ahead of the super soft clad Golf and stays in 8th. So Guesty leading just from Racer Brown as they cross the line to start lap 10, I'd say. There you go. So Guesty and Racer Brown inseparable on track. Look at them, neck and neck between the two of them. Homesick Alien, he's managed to pull himself a little space out from Skyjacker. I think Skyjacker's got his hands full with the Portuguese driver Diagore, all huge up in his rear view mirrors. There, as you can see, Diagore in 5th place, hassling Skyjacker for 4th. iBunting looks like he's got ahead of Alpha and... oh, hang on. And there goes, looks Diagore's trying to get up the inside of Skyjacker, but he can't do it. There is the battle down here. Did Rivixter go in the pits? Yes, Rivixter's gone into the pits. He's gone for another set of super softs, whilst Alphanut and iBunting battle it out for that 6th spot. Joker's now up into 8th. Rivixter coming out of the pits in 9th ahead of Rido. And ahead of those, Guesty leading from Racer Brown. Skyjacker and Diagore hard at it at the moment. Diagore trying to find a way past. Ooh, he slams it up the inside of Skyjacker. And now Diagore is up into a 4th spot, trying to hunt himself an Alien out there. Skyjacker trying to come back at the Portuguese driver, but it looks like Diagore is on an absolute belter at the moment. 33.1 last time from him, 33.7 from Skyjacker. But Guesty is the man of the moment. 32.7 last time around for Guesty. They're just under half a tank of fuel. And we are 11 laps into this 28 lap race. And Racer Brown, I suspect Racer Brown, he's probably doing a bit of fuel consumption. Well, he's not really, because his fuel isn't much better than Guesty's. So Racer Brown, Binko in the chat saying cheers thingy, looking forward to the rest later, but now duty calls. Go get him, Binko. Go and smash out whatever you smash out. And the Homesick Alien sitting in 3rd spot ahead of Diagore with Skyjacker. in 5th place, iBunting 6th, Alphanut in 7th, with Jokus in 8th, and Rivixter in 9th. Oh, we've lost Rido. Looks like Rido, DNF. And Rivixter there, back on his super softs. He will have to do a medium run at some point. Car 84. Guesty is very tight for Guesty and Racer Brown out the front in these Vision Golfs. Homesick Alien keeping his head down, nice clean race. A 32.8 last time around from him. Diagor a 32.7, so only a 10th faster than the Alien. But we've got a long way to go yet. Skyjacker in that 5th spot. These medium tyres must be starting to hurt some of these guys. We saw that Skyjacker suffered from tyre wear in that first race, the sprint race. It looks like he's also suffering more so than the guys around him. Diagor's tyre wear not looking too bad. Guesty's and Racer Brown's pretty similar. And also Homesick Alien conserving his tyres quite well. Diagor's are a little bit better than the guys ahead of him. He is catching them. It does look like he's catching them up. Skyjacker there in 5th. He looks like he's hurting with his tyres. iBunting in 6th. He's looking after his tyres quite well. Alphanut also not too bad on the tyre wear. Rivixter, he's gone onto a new set. He's gone faster than everyone with a 130.629, and this can only be good for track position when they all come into the pits. Joker's down in 9th place. Looks like he suffered with the tyres in the first race, and it's looking like he's suffering with those tyres right now. Guesty then, looks like he's pulled a little bit away from Racer Brown. Racer Brown did a 32.6 last time around. Guesty doing a 32.0. So Guesty having an absolute immense race. He's hanging it out though. He's playing dare around the edges of the track, being a brave boy. Homesick Alien in 3rd ahead of Diagor, who's now dropped Skyjacker. Skyjacker can't even see Diagor anymore. Then you've got a little battle behind with iBunting, Alphanut. Rivixter will be wanting to catch those guys up. Remember, he was in a battle with iBunting and Alphanut before his pit stop, and it looks like he's going to be catching them up pretty soon. iBunting's less than a quarter of a tank of fuel. Alphanut's fuel has started flashing, so Alphanut will need to pit pretty soon. How's everyone else is doing? So Guesty's got a quarter of a tank left in that car. Racer Brown, similar, with a quarter of a tank left. Homesick Alien, just under a quarter of a tank. And Diagor there, he's used up a little bit more fuel than those guys ahead, but he is on a push. Racer Brown saying something special last lap maybe. Ooh, can't wait. Skyjacker then, he's just under. Alphanut has come in. We saw his fuel tank was flashing, so Alphanut has pitted. iBunting stayed out there to go around a little bit more, and Joker's moving up ahead of Alphanut. Alphanut used the soft tyres in the first race, so he can use super softs in this race, or he may opt to go for mediums again, who knows. Guesty is closed up again between him and Racer Brown. They are doing amazing with their tyres though, next to some of the other guys. Homesick Alien also. Diagor getting ever closer, a 32.337 from Diagor last time around. Homesick Alien a 33.0. So the Alien a little bit slower than Diagor at the moment. Skyjacker's out there, his tyres are really looking rough. He did a 35.4 last time around. iBunting a 34.7, also hurting with tyre wear. Rivixter on those brand spanking set of super softs. He's out there smashing out the times. Joker's hurting with tyres and his fuel is flashing. And there is Alpha. He has put another set of mediums on. He's gone for the mediums. They don't have to put super softs or softs on. The rule just states mediums have to be used. There goes Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien has gone into the pits. And that's more about tyres than fuel, I believe. Will Skyjacker also go in? So Skyjacker's gone in. Diego stayed out. And also Bunting all heading into the pits. Rivixter then moving up into 4th place on a different strategy from the other guys. He's going for super soft stints and maybe one medium stint at the end. But Guesty and Racer Brown both staying out there. They are running immense races at the moment. They are doing really well. Racer Brown having a look up the inside of Guesty, but he doesn't fancy it yet. Diego then in 3rd. His fuel has just started flashing. And Rivixter up into 4th on that different strategy, but his fuel is low also. The Alien back out. He's gone for another set of medium tyres in 5th. Skyjacker also opting for a set of medium tyres. Alpha Nut, medium tyres, and he's got Bunting on his case. Bunting's gone for the super softs. He's pulled the trigger on that bad boy. How long can he make those last? We're just over the halfway mark. I can't believe he can get a super soft set of tyres to last half a race, but we will keep an eye on that at the moment. He is all up in Alpha Nut's business, but he doesn't want to wear his tyres out early doors. So we'll keep an eye on Bunting's progress there as he heads on up behind the Hornet Golf of Alpha Nut. So Guesty's still leading from a Racer Brown. The fuels are still looking okay for a few laps yet. They're going well into the halfway zone. These guys, yeah, maybe these guys 10 laps on some super softs, maybe they can make that last. Diego, his fuel's flashing. He's going to have to pit. He's hardly used those tyres. He can use them again for another run, surely. Rivixter in 4th. His fuel flashing. Oh, I bet he wishes he put a bit more fuel in. He looks like he's still got some life left on those super soft tyres. Homesick Alien in 5th on the medium tyres. He should be net 3rd after Diego's pit stop. And Rivixter getting out of the way. But has Diego done enough? 32.3, 32.3, 30. He's been very steady out there on those tyres. Has he done enough to jump the Alien? The Alien doing a 32.0 his last time around. That was his outlap. It's going to be very tight when Diego pits. Skyjacker then in 6th place. He's lost touch with the Alien. And here comes Guesty, here comes the leaders. Guesty and Racer Brown both in at the same time, and Diego. So Rivixter, will he? No, Rivixter's going to have to come in as well. So one of these will come back out of the pits, I imagine, before Homesick Alien. Oh no, what's happened to Skyjacker? Oh no. That's why he went to bed. So he's gone out wide there on the new set of medium tyres. And he's sent the back end of that Golf around, and he's lost a position to Alpha and Bunting. So this is saying Homesick has taken the lead. The guys didn't get out of the pits. They've got to have. Guesty and Racer Brown, there they are. And Racer Brown ahead of Guesty. Rivixter's still in the pits, and Diego coming out in 4th place. But wow, Racer Brown jumping Guesty in the pits. Interesting stuff. Homesick Alien taking the lead of this race, but he is on those medium tyres with Racer Brown and Guesty on the super softs with 11 laps left of this race. So even if they do try to make it all the way to the end, they are bound to get past Homesick Alien early doors. But I think Homesick Alien, he hasn't got enough fuel to get to the end as Homesick Alien, no. So Homesick Alien, we're guessing, is going to make another pit stop. And I think Racer Brown and Guesty have gone for one stop. It looks like Diego also going for a one stop. Rivixter, he's gone for the mediums for the rest of the race. Bunting on those super softs. He's going all the way. Alpha Nut, he's gone for mediums, but he's got enough fuel to go to the end of the race. Skyjacker must be absolutely spitting in that Golf there. It was a great position for him today. Looked like 4th, maybe, yeah, 4th was on the cards. But Skyjacker down in 8th now, and Jokus in 9th on those medium tyres. Enough fuel to get to the end. So Homesick Alien still in the lead for now, but we believe he's not got enough fuel to go the rest of this race. Racer Brown on an absolute sprint on those super soft tyres with Guesty a little further back, not enjoying the super softs as much as he was enjoying the mediums, it seems. And Racer Brown are really trying to push on. He doesn't want to be held up by the Alien for too much, because then it'll hurt. He needs to get as far ahead of these medium runners early doors in this race as he can, so that when his tyres go off by the end, they don't come back at him. So he's just got through past the Alien then. Homesick Alien down into 2nd spot, but we do think Homesick Alien's going to have to come in again for at least fuel, and he'll probably put some super softs on so he can go for a bit of an attack at the end and maybe fastest lap. Guesty then in 3rd, also on those super softs, not far behind the Alien. He can't let Racer Brown get too far away. We've got 10 more laps of racing left here at Dragon's Trail Gardens for round 3 of the VGTS, or the VGT series, or the Vision GT series, or the Vision Gran Turismo series. So Racer Brown leading the way from Homesick Alien. Guesty in 3rd, Diego into 4th place, Bunting now in 5th, Rivixter in 6th, not bad from Rivixter, a different strategy from everyone else. Alphanut then in 7th spot with Skyjacker in 8th after his spin, but he's coming back now with a good lap. Oh, he looks like he's had another knock on the front of that car though. It has to be said. So Skyjacker struggling after the pit stops, not enjoying the Golf with the full fuel tank on there. And oh my god, there goes Guesty moving on the inside of the medium clad Homesick Alien, and in the corners he just can't defend it. He can't defend it from the super soft cars, they're just too fast. Guesty going for fastest lap on lap 18 with a 30.223. So Racer Brown and Guesty, it's not over yet between these two. And after Guesty leading for most of the first half of this race, you feel he wants the win. And Homesick Alien, podium again, possibly, but Diego got very close. Diego's on those super softs. And again, yeah, we forgot, Alien has got a pit, so I think he's going to lose his position to Diego, but he probably will come out ahead of Bunting, I'm guessing. Rivixter there in 6th, ahead of Alphanut on those medium tyres, as is Rivixter. Rivixter did 32.315 his last time around, with Alphanut doing a 33.466. Skyjacker had a tough lap last time around, and Jokus is not all that far behind him, so if Skyjacker has another one, Jokus will be upon him. Racer Brown leading from Guesty. We're on lap 20, only 8 more laps to go. Homesick Alien in that 3rd spot, but we know he's got to come in, but he's going to put the super softs on, so he's going to be very racy. We think he's going to drop out behind Diego, but Diego, he's going to have been on those super softs for quite a while, as has Racer Brown and Guesty, and I suspect Homesick Alien may catch Diego up after his pit stop. We will keep an eye on that. Racer Brown leading from Guesty. Homesick Alien, his fuel's just started flashing. Diego there, he's got the fastest lap so far with a 30.201. Bunting in 5th place, just ahead of Rivixter. 31.939 from him last time around. Rivixter at 32.4. Rivixter on those medium tyres after his 2 first stints on super softs. Alphanut on the mediums, 33.2. Skyjacker at 31.9, back on it again for Skyjacker. And and Joker's a 32.9. So it's the Alien we're keeping an eye on. He's definitely coming in, and Diego getting ever closer with his 130s next to Homesick Alien's 32s. Diego trying to get that podium from the Alien, but the Alien pitting, like I said, at the end of this lap, we assume to put the super softs on. Half a tank of fuel. What can he do with 7 laps to go? And Diego, he's got to do some flying laps while he's got some juice on those tyres, because the Alien will be hunting him down after he comes out of the pits. Racer Brown still leading, done his fastest with a 30.757 last time around. Guesty a 30.8, so there's nothing in it between the two of them. Homesick Alien a 32.4, bringing that Golf back around for a pit stop, we assume. Diego catching up the Alien in 4th. He's on the super soft tyres. He's going all the way to the end. Tried to grab a toe from the Alien as the Alien disappears into the pits. Now it's all about Bunting. Bunting, I think, a little bit too far back to catch up the Alien. The Alien only just stopping. He's going to put some super softs on, half a tank of fuel, and he's going to be back out there, and he's got 6 laps to catch up Diego. Racer Brown leading the way. He's just taken the fastest lap of the race with a 129.969. Guesty in second, a 30.4. He's just losing touch with a Racer Brown a little bit now. You can still see him though. Diego moving up into that final podium position. He's got a fair space before Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien wasn't that much in front of Bunting, was it? Really? So the Alien, it looks like too much to ask to try and catch up Diego at this point, with only 6 laps to go. But maybe try and get some fastest laps in there, eh? Bunting in 5th place, just behind the Alien after the Alien come out of his pit stops. Rivixter still ahead of Alphanut. Seems to have lost sight of Alphanut now from Rivixter. And he's ahead of Skyjacker in 8th place, and Jokus there in 9th. So Racer Brown absolutely throttling it now, throttling that Golf all the way to the checkered flag. He's seen the back of Guesty for a majority of this race, and now he's enjoying some nice, clean, fresh air. I'm trying to get job done. Win number 4 in this season. Guesty, that'll be the highest finish he's had so far. No, he had second in the first race, sorry, so he'll equal his highest finish. Diego, great 3rd spot really, after having to come through the field. He's worked it nicely, and there is Homesick Alien. Looks like a solid 4th place. Skyjack has gone back into the pits, maybe he's going in. Get some super softs on that car. Try and get himself a fastest lap. I think everyone in these last few are going to try, maybe get a fastest lap. Why not? Skyjacker, he's had more than enough space ahead of Jokus to get out there, get some fresh tyres on. He was too far behind Alpha, I imagine, to make any difference. He's thought, I'm going to put some super sticky tyres on and go out and get a fastest lap. Racer Brown, has that gap got a bit smaller between him and Guesty? So Racer Brown crossing the line with a 30.676. Guesty managing a 30.9, so Guesty's still a little bit slower than Racer Brown at this point in the race. Diego a 32.0, and then you've got Homesick Alien ahead of Bunting, who's in 5th place. He's ahead of Rivixter in 6th. Rivixter and Bunting doing similar times, 32.3 from Bunting and a 32.4 from Rivixter. Alphanut in 7th place, 33.3 last time around from him. I didn't know if he'd fancy putting some super softs on, going for a fastest lap. And Skyjacker has, so he's got the enough time to do it. And Skyjacker there, just getting through his outlap on those new tyres, and Joker's in 9th. 4 more laps to go of this feature race for round 3 of the VGTS here at the Virtual Racers Club. Come and join the fun. www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. There should be a pop-up asking you to come and join our community or something like that, and then you can get into our Discord and get yourself involved in one of these races. They are great fun. So Racer Brown leading the way from Guesty. Diego rounding out your top 3. It looks like these guys have got it all tied up. Homesick Alien all on his own in 4th place, gone his fastest so far with a 30.736. Bunting's tyres are getting a bit old now. He's done a 32.5. He's a fair distance ahead of Rivixter, done a 32.7. Alphanut a 34.6. He may come in. He may come in the last couple of laps just to put some super softs on, especially if he sees the distance from Skyjacker dropping rapidly. And Joker's out there. He's put some super softs on. When did he do that? A couple of laps ago. Saw Skyjacker had done it, probably thinks, yeah, what the hell. And there goes Alphanut. He can't hear me because he's already done this race. So Alphanut coming in. Racer Brown then just staying ahead. These tyres starting to lose their best. He did a 31.238 last time around. Guesty looks like he's getting a better use out of those tyres. His tyres look a little bit worn, but I think Guesty prefers it. Less grip, because he seemed to be handling the medium tyres a lot better. And now that his super softs are past their best, it looks like Guesty's starting to get a rhythm going on. And he's taking, oh my god, oh no, Racer Brown, he lost the car in the final corners, and Guesty just swoops up underneath him, and Guesty retakes this lead since the pit stops. Guesty in the lead from Racer Brown. High caramba, near the end of the race. We're on lap 26 of 28. Guesty retakes the lead from a small mistake from Racer Brown, but Racer Brown's trying to come back at Guesty. This race is far from over. Racer Brown taking some air over the curbs as Guesty manages to rabbit away from the Brown. Diego then, he's too far behind to make any impact on these guys, but he's hanging it out. Have his tyres gone? Homesick Alien, he's still got fresh tyres. The distance between him and Diego is a lot smaller, but with only 2 laps to go, he'd need Diego to go right off. Racer Brown in the chat saying, can't remember what happens in this half. And there's Guesty ahead. My word, I think we're missing some cracking racing. I might go back 20 seconds because it looked like Racer Brown was really putting up an effort to get past Guesty just now. Here they go through the left rights, gradually getting tighter as they go up the hill. Guesty maintaining it ahead of Racer Brown on board. Oh, Racer Brown's got a run on Guesty. He's having a look through the ever-turning right-hander, or 4 right-handers in one. It's just nothing going through there. They're on the actual maximum of the grip capacity of those tyres, and they just haven't got that grip to go up the inside. This is where Racer Brown made his mistake. They let Guesty through. Now Racer Brown getting into the toe of Guesty's Golf to try and outbrake him down into the first corner. It's a long sweeping corner though, so it's a hard one to make a move into. And Guesty has got it all under control at the moment. We're on lap 27 of 28 laps. And Diego there in 3rd ahead of Homesick. Homesick scrambling off the track. He's really going for that fastest lap. And now this is really heating up here with Racer Brown actually trying to climb into the boot of Guesty's Golf. They're very spacious. I've seen them. And there he goes. He's gone through. Guesty still though on the inside. Guesty there, he's made the corner better than Racer Brown. Racer Brown late on the brakes, and he's lost a bit of time in the corner, and Guesty stays ahead as they head around on their penultimate lap here for this second race of round 3 here at Dragon Trail Garden. Oh my lord, they're all over the shop again. Racer Brown's coming up the side. Racer Brown's trying, it's around the outside of the big right hand corners, and Guesty's still managing to keep that first place ahead of Racer Brown, with Diego still in 3rd spot. Homesick Alien can't make any impact now. He's getting closer and closer, but I just think he's running out of time. Homesick doing a 31.2 last time around. Diego doing a 33. Never know, keep at it. The fuel lights are flashing as they go on to the last lap for Guesty, just ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown getting a tow, but like I said, this first corner very difficult to try and make a move into, especially when you've got no grip left on your tyres, and Guesty is maintaining well. His tyre wear is a lot worse than Racer Brown's. Has Racer Brown got something in his pocket for this last lap as they go through the chicane? It's nothing in it between the two leaders. There's Racer Brown, he's on the bumper of Guesty. Guesty going defensive, going down off the racing line, trying to stay defensive. His tyres are absolutely shot. That front right hand tyre has got no meat left on it whatsoever. Racer Brown's trying to do the switcheroo, trying to get up the inside, but he just hasn't got the speed out the corner or the traction. Diego is in 3rd, Homesick Alien in 4th, iBunting's in 5th, Rivix to 6th, Alpha Nut 7th, Skyjacker 8th, and Joker's 9th. And this is the battle as they come around. Guesty still leading from Racer Brown. Racer Brown, though, he's trying to find anything to get past that green Golf. And Guesty's got it all sorted. He's got every answer. Racer Brown in the chat saying great battle with Guesty last corner. And there's Guesty holding on to it, coming through the final corner of the bar. No, Guesty's gone wide. Guesty's gone wide. Racer Brown's had an issue. Looks like Racer Brown's hit the barrier and he's done all sorts of damage to his car. Oh my words. Oh my words. So Racer Brown, he's done the job. Oh, and he clips the barrier. That's crazy stuff. So Guesty goes through. What a lucky, well, not lucky win. He fought for that win, but wow, just at the end there, nearly lost it. But Racer Brown knocking the barrier and finishing in 2nd. Diego bringing her home in 3rd spot. Take a boo, my son. Homesick Alien in 4th. Cracking race, but he had to take that extra pit stop to get to lose out on the podium. iBunting bringing her home in 5th spot as he crosses the line. Great race there for iBunting. A Rivixter in 6th. Alpha Nut bringing her home for 7th place, ahead of Skyjacker in 8th. Wow, that fuel was pretty low. Did a 31.5 in the end on those super softs. And he crosses the line in 7th. Skyjacker wasn't too far behind in 8th. And Joker's just coming round at the final corner in 9th place. So, wow, what a grand finale. Wow, what a finish, says Talleyrand in the chat. Racer Brown was a good battle, loved as well as Guesty. So there you go, Guesty takes the win. First win in the VGTS. I don't want to say it's the first win in the Virtual Racers Club, because I'm not 100% sure, but it could be. It could be. It's great stuff seeing Guesty up there. 2nd place for Racer Brown, breaking his 3-win run there, and Diego getting himself a podium. Where is he? So cracking stuff for Diego. 4th place for Homesick Alien, having an absolute cracking battle. 5th place for iBunting. Where is he? He's hiding. Is that his spoiler there down to the right? Oh, there you go. So iBunting in 5th. Same as this sprint race. 6th place for Rivixter. Trying something different with those super softs at the beginning of the race. It looked like it nearly paid off for him. 7th there for Alphanot. With Skyjacker coming home in... Oh God, what's that shot? Skyjacker coming home in 8th place. It's his worst result so far in the Vgts. And Jokus in his first Vgts round, bringing her home in 9th place. So keep an eye out, because I've got to get round 4 in. Oh, look at the leader, because Guesty, you are a star. Well done, Guesty, you're brilliant. And everyone else who got in the top 9. Yeah, I'm going to try and do round 4 sometime before we go live Thursday night with round 5, and it's the final round. So I've got some catching up to do. Thank you for watching. I was your broadcaster and commentator, Jen Ittlewarts. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Au revoir. Cheerio.